Hey travelers! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share some unbelievable trivia I recently uncovered about one of the most iconic landmarks in the world, the Great Wall of China. With over 13,000 miles of walls, towers, and trenches, the Great Wall is not only an engineering marvel but also shrouded in fascinating myths and legends. In today's video, I'll be sharing some jaw-dropping facts and stories that will give you a new appreciation for this wonder of the world. From its ghostly tales to its extravagant construction costs, there's much more to this ancient fortification than meets the eye. So grab your passports and let's get started. Here are some unbelievable trivia about the Great Wall of China. At over 13,000 miles long, the Great Wall of China is considered the longest defensive structure ever built. It spans 9 Chinese provinces and autonomous regions. Just how long is the Great Wall? Well, it's over 4 times the length of the United States from coast to coast. Some people estimate the Great Wall to be even longer, at around 21,000 miles, if you count all of its branches and sub-branches. No matter the exact length, it's an astonishing feat of ancient engineering to create such a vast border fortification. Let's say you wanted to walk the entire 13,000-mile length of the Great Wall. At an average human walking speed of 3 miles per hour, it would take you about 18 months of non-stop walking to cover the distance. Of course, no one has actually done this before given the geographical challenges. But it goes to show just how remarkably huge this ancient monument is. Simply walking small portions of the wall can be exhausting with all the ups and downs. Hiking the entire Great Wall is a superhuman feat. The mortar used was made of rice and egg whites. This is a crazy building material concoction. The sticky mortar used to build parts of the Great Wall included a mixture of rice flour and egg whites. This created a super strong bonding agent that held the bricks firmly together. Using natural protein from egg whites was genius to create a primitive cement. The rice and egg white mortar is also one reason the Great Wall has survived thousands of years of weather erosion. Next time you make fried rice, just imagine using it to build a megastructure. It's the largest cemetery on Earth. This one is quite shocking that the Great Wall of China is considered the largest cemetery on planet Earth. Over the centuries of construction, it's estimated around 400,000 workers died building the wall. Many workers were buried right there under the walls they built. Some exposed bones can still be seen in certain parts of the Great Wall where water erosion has washed away the foundation. It's haunting yet fascinating history. The souls of those buried beneath literally became part of the Great Wall. It's wide enough for 5 horses to ride abreast. The Great Wall builders made sure it was solid enough for military purposes. Nearly every section of the wall is wide enough for 5 horses to ride side by side. This allowed troops to quickly move along the wall for transportation and defense. Some portions are even wider, allowing 10 horsemen to ride abreast. Imagine the epic sight of hundreds of soldiers charging along the mountain ridges of the Great Wall on horseback. It was built strong and wide enough to serve its defensive purpose. One section took 1,000 years to build. The Great Wall was built in multiple phases and sections over centuries. Some parts of the wall we see today date back 2,300 years to the Qing dynasty. Other parts are newer, having been rebuilt during the Ming dynasty 600 years ago. But one section called Jiayu Pass in Gansu province holds an astonishing construction timeline. It took over 1,000 years to fully fortify this mountain pass. Generations upon generations of workers continuously reinforced the wall here against northern raiders. Talk about long-term determination. Tourists walking the wall today can see this incredible timeline of ancient engineering evolution in the different styles and materials used at Jiayu Pass. It was constructed without modern machinery. Considering its massive scale, it's incredible to think the Great Wall was built completely by hand without any modern machinery. The millions of laborers had only stone, brick, bamboo, and wood to work with. They chiseled rock, dug trenches, and erected watchtowers using manpower alone. Just imagine the backbreaking work involved in moving giant stones up steep mountain ridges inch by inch. The construction challenges would have been immense. It makes you appreciate the power of human determination. The detail and grandness achieved designing this ancient wonder by hand is nothing short of extraordinary. It remains one of the world's most outstanding engineering accomplishments. The mortar expanded and contracted to absorb movement. One fascination engineering technique was the mortar's ability to flex and move. Mortar was made using a special combination of sticky rice soup and calcium carbonate slurry. This created a flexible bonding agent that could expand and contract slightly. Why was this flexibility important? It meant the mortar could absorb natural shifts and movement in the wall due to temperature changes and erosion. This prevented cracks from forming and bricks loosening over time. The organic mortar essentially acted as an ancient shock absorber. Portions are made from sticky rice. Speaking of sticky rice, some portions of the Great Wall were literally made using this food as a building material. Sticky rice was added as a binding agent to the tamped earth layers of the wall. This added strength and stability to the dirt and stone. The natural stickiness and dried adhesiveness of rice was an ingenious element to incorporate into the structural integrity of the Great Wall. So not only was rice incorporated into mortar, but also used within the walls too. It was a versatile ancient building food. It was reinforced with eggs. In addition to sticky rice, egg whites were also utilized in places to reinforce the stone and tamped earth. The protein-rich egg whites added extra strong bonding power and helped hold the bricks firmly together against erosion. Eggs were broken and whipped into the building material mixture like a modern protein shake. It created a super thick, natural glue-like substance. The mineral qualities of eggshells may have also added durability. So next time you cook up some fried rice and eggs, think about how these foods were integral construction ingredients for the Great Wall centuries ago. It was built to keep Genghis Khan out. The Great Wall was built and expanded over centuries by various Chinese dynasties. But one of the wall's primary defensive functions was keeping the Mongol invaders out of China. The powerful Mongol Empire led by Genghis Khan presented a major threat from the north. Multiple sections of the Great Wall, like the Jiayu Pass, were engineered specifically to withstand assaults by Genghis Khan's army. Despite the wall's formidable fortifications, the Mongols did eventually breach the wall in certain locations during their attacks. But the Great Wall stood as a strategic border defense and symbol of Chinese strength. Its purpose wasn't always defense. Although we think of the Great Wall as a fortification and border wall, it actually served multiple purposes over history beyond just defense. Certain portions of the wall were built for transportation, allowing troops and supplies to move long distances. It also acted as a messenger system using smoke signals for communication. The wall played a role in immigration control, regulating trade and movement across borders. Additionally, it served as a territorial marking, designating the boundaries of Chinese empires. The Great Wall represented not only military defense, but also transportation infrastructure, trade regulation, and an imperial power symbol. Its purpose and use evolved over time. The Great Wall is not one uniform structure and style. It's actually a collection of walls that vary greatly depending on terrain and when they were built. Some sections are made from earth, stones, brick, or wood. Certain portions have watchtowers while other parts have no visible sentry structures left. There are also different architectural styles across the wall reflecting the time period it was built. Some sections have crenellated battlements while others have archways and parapets. It essentially represents an architectural timeline of how Chinese fortification styles evolved over 2,300 years of history. With such a long and storied history spanning over 2 millennia, the Great Wall has accrued many legendary myths and ghost stories. Chinese folklore says the wailing ghosts of workers who died building the wall can be heard haunting its length. One unexpected dark fact: the Great Wall may have inadvertently helped spread the Bubonic Plague across Asia and Europe. The Mongols were known to catapult diseased corpses and plague victims over the wall trying to infect the Chinese. This allowed the deadly plague to take root in China and spread rapidly along the Silk Road trade route. Traders then carried it with them to the Middle East and Europe, unintentionally catalyzed by the wall defenses. So while trying to prevent Mongol conquest, the wall facilitated transmission of the most devastating pandemic of the 14th century. A sobering example of unintended consequences in history. It was built without unified leadership. Another interesting fact is that the Great Wall was built under various rulers and dynasties, without any unified central command. It was constructed piecemeal by different regional leaders defending their own territories. This is why the wall has such varying styles and construction methods. It was the result of disconnected groups working to protect their own lands over centuries. They built walls that eventually joined into one megastructure we know today. It exemplifies Chinese innovation and drive coming not from central authority, but decentralized independent builders striving to protect separate kingdoms and clans. Truly a wonder of collective motivation by the people over centuries. One hypothetical measurement argues that if you could take all the sections and branches of the Great Wall built over 2,300 years and iron them out into one continuous line, the length would reach over 239,000 miles. Well, there you have it, some totally mind-blowing facts about one of the greatest ancient wonders of our world, the magnificent Great Wall of China. From ingenious construction techniques using rice and eggs, to ghostly legends and global pandemics, the Great Wall has a fascinating history beyond just a big wall. Its rich stories and unbelievable scale give us clues into the past. Did you find any of these trivia facts surprising? Share in the comments below which one amazed you most. And don't forget to hit subscribe while you're down there to join me on more unbelievable travel adventures. Thanks for watching and see you in the next destination.